The Every Point Sports Podcast featuring Greg and Jack starts right now.
There, I'm back. All right, guys, what's going on, everybody? Probably can't hear Jack right now. He's in and out. So I'm going to do the intro today. Welcome, Every Point Sports Podcast. We are a day early. I work on Sundays, so we have to do it on Saturday. Jack is currently having internet issues, so we're going to try to have him in and out today. As you can see, he is frozen on the screen with a face of despair on there. So yeah, we'll see if we can get him back at some point here. He just dropped out. I'm sure he's going to be logging back in. But like I said, we are here a day early. We are bringing the energy. We are super excited. Let me see if I can make this more pleasing to the eye. No, that's not going to work too well, is it? No, that's not going to work either. That's good. That's good. We'll just have to adjust things as we go today. You know what? Let's edit that out. And no, we can't do that, can we? No. All right. Well, I don't like how that is. There he is. All right. He's back. He's back. Here we go. And there he is.
Tell you what,
I got this stash from Fantasy Farm Sports is back.
I made it back, guys. My internet's currently working like the Raiders. Unfortunately, we'll get to their game. I think it's the low over-under of the week. Greg, did you get to the docket yet?
No, we did not. We were just doing the intro. I was trying to find a way to do one camera here while we were waiting for you to come up. But we were just telling them we're here to bring the energy. You have a little bit of internet issues, so you're going to be fading in and out. So I will jump in when Jack is freezing up here. But we're going to try to work through this today as best as we can. By the way, guys, we got some great games on today. So keep an ear out for some of the games. A couple games that I really like today. I like Texas and I like Vanderbilt. So I like those two teams a lot. Of course, I like Alabama, but you're not going to make any money off of them, guys. They're 50-something point favorites. So the two teams I really like today is Texas and Vanderbilt. Put your parlays in on them on the money lines. Don't touch the spreads. I got a nice chunk of change on those two games. So let's go.
I do like the Texas bounce back.
What's that?
I do like the Texas bounce back.
Yes, I like the Texas bounce back a lot. Hello, how are we doing today? Kenzel M. Thank you for showing up. We greatly appreciate it. Hopefully, Kenzie. All right, that's your name. It's Kenzie. Hopefully, we can make you some money today, give you some good information, or if you don't bet, some you could talk about to your boyfriend or to your girls to make you sound smarter. So, on that note, guys, I gave you a couple college games today. Today's college game day. Watch some games, have a great time, but we're here to talk about some NFL. So we had a pretty good game, pretty good week last week. We had a couple key games, again, that garbage games that we picked that should be slam dunks. Out of our control, guys. Out of our control. But the games that we were decisive on, we weren't sure, we actually came through. So came through. Appreciate the like and sub. Thank you very, very much. Awesome. Jump over to Fantasy Farm Sports. Make sure you give that like, sub over there. Watch some of the videos. Let's get our watch times up, guys. Jack and I need to start making some money here.
Watch times, yeah. Fantasy Farm. So give us a sub. We're at 168. See that fat number right there. Put us at 169. That'd be great because you will make money watching the show. And
again, guys, you guys are over on OldGamerGK. Like, subscribe over there. We got a bunch of stuff over there. We got gaming videos. We got card rips. We got the podcast. We got 49er stuff. You name it, we got it over there. So check it out. See if you like anything over there. So yeah, like I said, we did pretty good last week. Chiefs screwed us. Who would have thought the Chiefs would have lost that game? Playoff game. They're done. They're done. Chiefs are done. Put a fork in them. I mean, if they get in, they're going to be a 7 seed at the best. You know, Denver surprise. Listen, I said they're the king of ass games last week. I did not quote that. That is coming from Ryan Clark himself. I just totally agreed on him. Jack, we got a mustache. Nice. So we got some fans of the mustache over here. The last 2 podcasts, we got a couple comments on Jack's stash.
Look at that. That's pretty good right there. That's full
there
curl.
You go. So, but yeah, who would have thought that Denver? Listen, they're legit, man. Bo Nix, listen, he hits the passes when he needs to. That pass to set up the go-ahead field goal to win that game yesterday was disgusting. That inside throw, the corner had the outside. That was beautiful coverage. People are like, oh, why, what were they doing? No, dude, guys, listen, beautiful coverage. That was put in the perfect spot. The only spot to where either A, it wasn't intercepted, or B, broke up. So anybody that wants to criticize Bo Nix, listen, he makes the throws when he needs to. So yeah, great games last week. We got some good games on the docket this week. You got anything to what do you have a question about? Do you have anything to add about last week, or should we jump right in?
We'll jump right in, but I do want to add the whole Bo Nix thing. You have to understand that Sean Payton never really got to pick his guy, right? He did grab Drew Brees and improved upon what Drew Brees was doing, because up until that point, Drew Brees' career was San Diego and maybe over. Right, so he made Drew Brees what Drew Brees was on the back end, but that wasn't his guy. It was kind of a guy to where he picked him afterwards. It was very like his friend Bruce Arians, what they've done with Baker Mayfield. They picked him afterwards, right? Bo Nix is essentially Bill Belichick's Tom Brady. Remember, Tom Brady was elevated after Bledsoe's injury. Bledsoe was Parcells' guy. And when Belichick got the opportunity to move on, he did. Bo Nix is Sean Payton's guy. And I got news. This is not a fluke. This is not a mystery. I think that
Jack is freezing up right now. We'll give him a second.
That's Andy Reid's a very good coach. Oh, am I back?
Yep, you're back. You're back. You're back. You left off on Sean Payton finally got to pick his guy.
Yeah, and I think Bo Nix, I don't think this is like, well, the Broncos, maybe they'll do good this year. I think this is going to be a long day for both the Harbaugh and the Reid franchise, because I think that Sean Payton is there for a while. So that's what I think. I think this is going to be a Denver Broncos team that could rule this division for some time.
Yeah, guys, listen, Jack is going to be lagging in and out of here the whole podcast. For all you guys that showed up a little bit late, he's having internet issues. So we're going to try to work through this as best as we can today. I'm going to pick up where he lags out, and then he'll jump back in and finish off his point. So just work with us today. The great point, Jack. I totally agree with you. This is Sean Payton's guy. He finally he got into the Saints, like you said, with Drew Brees. A great quarterback he had. He built that team. This is the first time I think that he is. This is his team. You know what I mean? The Saints. Yeah, it was his team, but he didn't build that. The GM built that. He brought in some of his players. But this Denver team is his team. He ejected everybody a couple years ago that he didn't want there. I mean, we all seen it. I mean, they had 70 points put up on that defense. Look what happened since then. He brought in his guys, his team. If you think of Sean Payton, just think of the Denver Broncos, because this team is molded after him.
Yeah,
I think he listen. he got lucky with the whole, I don't want to say lucky, but he really did with the whole Drew Brees thing. He lucked out with the Hall of Fame quarterback. He handpicked this quarterback. He got rid of a future Hall of Famer with Russell Wilson, with a lot of money on the books that they're still paying him. So this could have really backfired for him, and it hasn't. He came out the other side looking like a diamond. So even if they don't make the Super Bowl, guys, listen, this is one of the youngest teams in the NFL right now. So Sean Payton is going to be given at least a 5-year leash on this. So, so listen, and if he's doing this good right now, handcuffed with that Russell Wilson contract, paying him $30 million a year, wait until that $30 million is opened up, and let's see what else he can, what other free agents he can bring in.
Yeah, we're talking about the guy that drafted also Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara. I don't think he's done.
So. All right, guys. Let's talk about the first game today. We got the New York Giants at the Detroit Lions. Giants are getting 12.5. Over under is 50.5. Giants are at plus 600. Detroit is at negative 900 money line. I mean, this is pretty easy. Lions coming off the loss. They should pretty much romp over the Giants. Giants played very well last week. I took them with the points. I won. They still lost, but again, I took the points. They look like a team that was, I don't want to say much improved, but a team that was trying. They wanted to win last week for their interim coach, like I said. But that usually only lasts one game. After that, after the whole let's play for the interim coach, the rah type thing, that only lasts one game. After that, reality sets in. Listen, they're a much improved team. They're going to be a good team in the future, especially once they get their coach in place that they want there. But I don't see the Giants even coming close to this. I like Detroit here. I mean, 12.5 is a lot. I would probably try to get that down to 10.
I actually, if it were any other quarterback, pick the quarterback in the league. If it was any other quarterback, I'd be like, well, they're probably going to phone it in. Jameis Winston's an odd fellow.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to get that team to play, even though they're going up in Detroit. I don't think Detroit is a great pass rush. And forgive me for saying this now, but I actually believe that out of both of the quarterbacks, Jameis Winston has more talent than Jared Goff. I just think I
won't go that far, but
I
won't go that far, but
well, I mean, let's say if Jared Goff and Jameis Winston both had to be banished to Cleveland, who would survive that? I think it would be Jameis Winston. I don't think Jared Goff would survive in a poor situation. He's only been in good ones.
Right? I know, but the two that he's been in, he did very well in.
Well, if I were to flip them,
so you only could go by what his track record is. 2 teams, he played well for 2 teams, went to a Super Bowl with one of them.
If Jared Goff had to go to the Giants now, I would say that the Giants would have no chance to win any games for the rest of the season. He's not going to do that. I think that Jameis Winston will stand in and throw for 300 yards. That's probably a fantasy bet that you can make right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to sling the ball. Whether his receivers catch it, let the bounce off their hands, I don't know what they're going to do. It's been an odd team up there in New York all year. I don't think Detroit is a great pass rush either. They're fine, but they're not Houston. They're not Denver. They're not killers. And I do think that Winston's going to have some time. I'll take the Giants getting 12.5.
Mm-hmm. They're still one of the worst rushing teams in the NFL. The Lions still have Gibbs. They have Montgomery. I think that play action is going to hurt them. Like I said, I don't like the 12.5. I do like. I would tease that down to a 10 if I could by a couple points.
Yeah.
And who knows? That might drop by tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, I'd like Detroit here. Again, there's only so much I think the Giants could do with injuries. And like I said, the Lions have a bad taste in their mouth from that loss with the Eagles on Monday night. So
yeah.
All right, next we got the New England Patriots at the Cincinnati Bengals. Patriots are giving 7.5. Over under is 49.5. Patriots are negative 375. Cincinnati's at plus 295. again, Patriots can't stop it. Or sorry, Bengals can't stop anybody on defense. Listen, their offense, they can score no matter what. But they are without Chase this week for spitting in Ramsey's face. What an idiot. When are these players going to learn? Like, quit spitting on people. Like, come on. Like,
I want to know
what is this? A new thing that's happening? Do you walk down the street and when somebody says something, you spit on them? Like, what is this?
I don't know, but it's being learned somewhere.
Somewhere. I don't get it. It's happening too much this year. Too much this year.
And we started the season with it.
Yes, and you would think after that the rest of the players would learn, or at least their coaches or some coaches on their staff would make that an emphasis for them, saying, listen, no spitting, like before the game, like in the locker room. And by the way, we're going to win. We're going to wreck these guys. And by the way, guys, remember, no spitting.
Yeah, there's 3. There used to be 3 rules in the locker room. Now there's 4. So no women, no money, no stock tips. And please, can we keep our saliva in our mouth? Great.
Like, are you kidding? What are we, freaking 5 years old now? You don't spit on people.
I think athletically, if you get certain gifts, mentally, you don't get others.
Listen, I get it. You got tackled hard. It was borderline. Could have been a penalty, that the tackle before that was made on you. I get it, but it's football. Spitting isn't football. Stop it. I feel like a father right now, yelling at children. I really do. Just stop it. All right, guys. I think Jack froze again because he's looking down very intently. All right. But anyways, I like the Patriots here. Bengals can't stop anybody. Their offense is really good, but without Chase, it is limited. So I do like the Patriots here. I will take the 7.5. I think this is going to be a blowout without Chase, and Flacco's still playing, even though he's playing well. He is 40-something years old. It's late in the season. Burrow is close to coming back, though. He is practicing. You there, Jack? There. Oh, there you are. You're back.
There I am.
All right, Patriots, Cincy, 7.5. You like them?
You know what? To be quite honest, I'll take New England here. I'll take New England to beat Cincy. Chase is a big deal to me.
Yeah.
I don't. It is a huge deal. I don't want to take the points here. I'm untrustworthy of New England's points. If they can outscore or can't outscore. I do believe that Flacco is just going to use 2 tight ends instead of using Chase. He'll use Higgins. So I think that he'll be able to muster up enough points, and that 7.5 is going to get tight. So just take New England on the money line here. That's my thought.
Yeah, I like New England on the money line. I'm actually going to take the over here, 49.5. I think a lot of points are going to be scored here. Again, no Chase, but you do have Flacco. Like Jack said, they probably will use a lot more 2 tight end sets. Chris Brown is still in the backfield. They still have Higgins. They have a couple good tight ends there. So I think they're still going to be able to put up some points. Let's face it. I mean, Flacco's a veteran. He's seen it all.
We are in Cincinnati, though, and we're in November. Let's just keep an eye on the wind. Both those quarterbacks like to sail the ball, and if we have a little bit of wind, it could sail too much and affect that over.
The only thing about that is Flacco's played in Baltimore his whole life. Not worried about that. And Drake May played in North Carolina. So I mean, like they're both strong armed quarterbacks. They both played in the elements. They're not dome quarterbacks. Like we've talked, like Daniel Jones, players like that, like in a dome. Like they're not as good in the elements. These guys, the elements, these type of quarterbacks, the elements play in their favor.
No, and I don't think it'll affect that way. I think that if New England gets up, Vrabel will just sit on the ball.
Sit on the ball.
I
mean, but it's only 49.5. It's not like it's 52, 54. Again, it's 49.5 for a reason. So Jack could be right. But I'm looking at both offenses. Both offenses could score. And And let's face it, even at 50 years old, I could score on freaking Cincinnati's defense.
I'm thinking about the Cincy overs, though. How many Cincy overs have hit since Flacco's gotten there? And I just think it might be time for one not to.
Gotcha.
That's just where I'm, I'm just, you stub your toe and you're like, they only score 41 points.
It could happen. Yep. All right, next. We got the Seattle Seahawks at the Tennessee Titans. Seattle's getting 13.5. Over under is 40.5. Seattle's negative 900 money line. Tennessee's at plus 600 money line. I mean, 13.5 is a lot, but I don't see this even being close. Seattle's butthurt from being losing last week, even off of Darnold's 4 turnovers. They were still a field goal away from beating the Rams. So, I mean, if you're a field goal away after 4 turnovers with one of the best teams in NFL, you're playing against one of the worst teams in NFL. I think this is a no-brainer. I mean, it is. It's almost a 2-touchdown spread, which is right around where I think it should be. I do like Seattle here.
I love that term, no-brainer. Yeah, leave your brains at home for this one. Tennessee should just stay home. What they should do is they should just stay home, let the Seahawks take the field. It'll be the wildest event you'll ever see in NFL history. It'll just be Seattle running up and down the field for themselves against themselves. The Tennessee Titans, they should have to change their name, actually. They should have to change their name. There's nothing Titan about this team, right? They went from a good quarterback, good, not great, very at least serviceable quarterback, to whatever Cam Ward's going to be once he gets his FedEx or UPS job or insurance sales job in 2 years, which is coming. So you start practicing now, Cam. Those Tennessee Titans, like I said, team name doesn't match what they are. They're not Titans. They have no spirit. I expect what you expect. All of us not to use our brain and take those sea chickens. Right?
Absolutely, the Sea Chickens. Next, we got the New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens. Jets are at plus 13.5. Over under is 44.5. Jets are at plus 650. Ravens are at negative 1,000.
Before
go ahead.
But I need to say this. You mentioned a 12.5, a 13, a 13.5.
Yeah.
Let me just. How bad is the NFL being represented this year by some teams? I mean, just a 13.5 point spread. That's embarrassing. Is the talent not there? Is the coaching not there? Something is missing from the NFL. I mean, go ahead. I just needed to. Every time I hear 13.5 in my ear, I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, Jack is right though. The upper, I would say, 20 teams in NFL are dramatically better than the bottom 12 of the teams in NFL. Like there's a legitimately a huge gap in either talent or coaching in those bottom teams. So I totally agree with you. I mean, the spreads are showing it themselves. Unfortunately, this is just one of those weeks where we have some really crappy matchups. Last week was a lot better. This week, I mean, we have some bottom feeders playing against some really good teams. So not that Baltimore's a really good team, but they're much improved and they are getting better.
Go ahead. I'll theory to this. So the Jets are getting 13.5, right? So once upon a time, remember when Mac Jones used to be he was a Patriot many moons ago. Now he's a 49er, and we'll see where he's going to be next year. But when he was on the field with and against Josh Allen, he tried to act like Josh Allen. Right? He tried to run a little bit. It wasn't his game. You know, he concrete feet in a body that wouldn't move for him. When Mac Jones plays his game, he looks quite different and actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But I think that this could be a game. I understand Baltimore's getting 13.5, but we've all talked about what Justin Fields could be. Oh, if he just gets a chance. He's not going to be. But it is interesting that he's going to be on a field with a fellow in Lamar Jackson, who he's compared to all the time. And sometimes just sometimes, if you see a guy doing what people compare you to, you play up to that man's speed. I just got it. Justin Fields over the past couple weeks, and I don't want to give him all these chances. I'm not that guy. But the past couple weeks, he's had drops that were first downs and touchdowns. I've watched the Jets in handcuffs, but I've
Throws out.
watched the driver I have on my station. Back? All right. That's what I have for my stations. So
Chopping in. Choppy.
I'm going to take the Jets.
All right, Jack's taking the Jets with the points. Hello? You there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
Yeah.
All right, you said Jets with the points, right?
Here. I'm taking the Jets the points. I think 13.
There you are. You're here. Hello?
All right.
There you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
All
right. How do you feel?
I mean, what you just said makes sense. 13.5 is a lot. I don't like the 13.5. I like Baltimore to win this, and win this decisively. But 13.5 is a lot, especially when you have a team like the Jets that don't have an identity. But if they're searching for one, like you said, they could look for somebody else like Lamar Jackson, and Fields could have a career day. I think this is going to be one of those games. Breece Hall has a really good game. 13.5 is a lot. I don't like the 13.5 with Baltimore. They haven't been the same Baltimore team that we have seen in the past. They've been very shaky this year. We both liked Cleveland last week going against Baltimore with the points. We won with that. I think we carry that over to this week. We take the points. Neither one of us are saying that Baltimore is going to lose this game. No. We're just saying that we like the 13.5.
Yeah, I just, for me, again, I think Justin Fields knows he can do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I also think he has no confidence in other things. Touch balls and balls across the middle, he sails sometimes unless he puts it right on them. Obviously, drops aren't helping him with his confidence. You sit there, geez, did I put it in the right spot? You start questioning yourself. But if Baltimore, and here's another thing, Baltimore could get the ball first.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, in the grand scheme of things, Baltimore gets the ball first. If Baltimore gets the ball first, he's going to get to watch the guy on the field that he's compared to. And if the guy moves the ball, it would strike a little bit of confidence and competitive spirit. I think Baltimore wins this game by 10. And I think Fields at this moment in the later weeks is going to try and prove that he can play in spots, but I think he's going to try and lay it all out there because that's how he is. 10 points, 13.5 is too much for me.
I agree. I'm with Jack on this. I'll take the 13.5 with the Jets. Next, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Kansas City Chiefs. Colts are getting 3.5. Over under is 50.5. Colts are at plus 154. Chiefs are at negative 185. I mean, I said last week, I like the Chiefs, and I like them a lot because it was a playoff game for them. Every game this year from now on is a playoff game for them. Well, they lost that game. Don't know how they lost that game. Don't know why they lost that game. I'm still dumbfounded over that. It just doesn't make sense to me. Besides that, though, they're going up against a very, very good Indy team, but it is at Arrowhead. 3.5. Boy. I don't know. This is a really tough game. I mean, my gut tells me we have to go with the Chiefs. Because if they do lose this game, I mean, you pretty much have to count them out of the playoffs the way everybody else is playing. Yes?
Yes.
So, I mean, this is a do or die situation for them. And this is one of those games that if the Chiefs would have won last week, I probably would have picked Indy this week. That's how much I like Indy.
Okay.
But with the Chiefs losing, Like, they don't have no choice. Like, if they don't win this week, like, their season's pretty much done.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll one last time this week with Kansas City, and it's only because it's do or die for them. That's it. If they lose this game, they're pretty much done. Put a fork in them. I don't see them recouping. The AFC has too many good teams there for them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Kansas City here. What do you think?
Yeah. So 2 forks will be put in, right? Just because the team
No,
needs to
you're
win
you're
doesn't mean they're
definitely
good.
right. You're definitely right.
It's true. So let's give a little bit broader, right? Okay, they need to win, but they are at home,
Mhm.
so they get
Big advantage
they get a home field
at
advantage.
Arrowhead, one of the loudest stadiums in the league.
By the way, if Kansas City, the spread here is telling you that if Kansas City was on the road and it was flipped, Indy would be favored.
Mhm.
A 3-point spread on at home is just telling you that the home field is giving them 3 points.
Yeah, they say they don't do that anymore, but you and I both know that they still handicap home field advantage by 3 points. We
Sure.
know it. We see it.
Right. So Kansas, and especially in this case, right?
Mhm.
The problem with Kansas City is Patrick Mahomes. Okay, and I was saying this when he came out. We talked about this. They compared Caleb Williams to Patrick Mahomes. But he can't be because he's got 4 Super Bowls. Stop that. Patrick Mahomes hasn't been playing on-time football in 2 years. That's why Philly killed him. They didn't let him, like, every time Tom Brady took the field, he had multiple answers. That's why once he got into the game, if they were stopping him one way, he went to another way. And maybe he'd go back this way too once he visited this area. He had multiple answers. Patrick Mahomes doesn't.
Mhm.
You know, he's like, right now he's like Allen Iverson without the killer crossover. What do you got? You know, it's not very good. Roy Jones Jr., once he lost that impeccable speed and knowledge, bang, knocked out on the floor. By the way, it doesn't look good. It looks like Patrick Mahomes, was so good he was able to not study for the test, so he got used to it. Now he's got to study a little bit because the league's caught up to him. Does he study well? I don't think he is. How can a team like the Colts, with a better record than the Chiefs, be an underdog in this game? It's very simple. It's very simple. The Indianapolis Colts, they're not believing that they're a strong enough team to walk into home field of Arrowhead. Almost think of this game. I understand records and all. Think of this game like Detroit versus Philadelphia. Detroit's a very good team. Walking into Philadelphia, it was 2.5, 3 points last week, right?
Yeah.
And I understand the records were even, but this Kansas City team built their record before they had all their tools back. And now they just lost another tool in Pacheco, so they're trying to retool once again. That's how I want you to think of this. They're still giving Patrick Mahomes the advantage and the Kansas City Chiefs, thinking maybe they'll figure it out one more time. I'm with Greg. I believe that Kansas City will find some way, not convincingly, but to find some way to give Buckner a 42-yard field goal at the end and escape this game by 2 points. I don't think Kansas City's this juggernaut. I don't think they're the front.
No, they're not.
I think they're a top 10 team, and maybe the number's 9. But
maybe the number's 10. It could even be 11.
Right.
Listen, because their defense isn't there anymore. Their defense, everybody used to talk about Patrick Mahomes this, Patrick Mahomes that. But that defense was always a very stout defense, too. Chris Jones is a shell of himself right now. He's starting to show his age. He's not getting in there. I was watching that game last week. I'm like, oh, no, Chris Jones, it was fourth quarter, last 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, Chris Jones is going to get in there. He's going to stop this play from happening. Like, something's going to happen. The Kansas City defense always ends up making something happen and gives Mahomes another shot. Well, they didn't do that. And they're not able to do that right now. They just don't have the pieces there anymore. They got older. And like Jack said, Mahomes has just been off a little bit ever since that Super Bowl, ever since the Eagles have put that in his head, that pass rush in his head, he hasn't looked the same. Looks like Jack froze there, but yeah, I'm with Jack. I echo the same thing Jack said. I do like Kansas City here. Kansas City's back is up against the wall. This is a must win. Listen, I understand what Tommy Dime said. Just because a team needs to win doesn't always mean that they will win. You're right, but it does mean that they play that much harder. And when you already have a team that's on the cusp of being good or is good, that makes them a little bit better. So I do like Kansas City here. If they don't win, I think their season's done.
Before we move on, I'm unfrozen, right?
Yes.
Before we move on, I want to because they came up in the same time frame. I would like the Steph Curry to Patrick Mahomes. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Steph Curry, the chemistry of the Chiefs once had is gone. Maybe that's true. Tommy's making great points here. Tommy Dunn.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you see it. Yes. Yeah, Kelsey. And I don't want to, I just want to. Oh, go ahead. Finish what you're saying.
Patrick Mahomes is overthrowing receivers by 4 yards on plays for which are pretty easy, right? You could see them. You're like, wow, and people are surprised by it. Steph Curry is one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. He's known for 3-pointers, but when he is getting a lot of 3-point attention, he dribbles the ball and he'll maybe make a floating layup just to keep you honest. Can Patrick Mahomes keep people honest with on-time plays so that when he needs an off-time play, he makes it? The answer over the past 2 seasons is no. He needs to only play off time, off script. And it's fantastic to watch. But when you run out of time, it's over. And his back is up against the wall, and he has to pass this test. And I don't believe he's put the work in to pass it. Tom Brady has never not made the playoffs. If Patrick Mahomes misses the playoffs, the GOAT debate is over. Ended. Done.
Oh, it was never started. I mean, Brady is the GOAT. Like, guy has how many Super Bowls? 7 Super Bowls he went to? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, there is no if and buts about it. He's the best ever. You want to start talking about Patrick Mahomes and Joe Montana? All right, then we could talk. But Brady's the best ever, plain and simple. No if and buts about it. Jack is froze again. He's trying to come back here. But anyways, like we said, we both like the Chiefs here. My one last point about the Chiefs also is I think that Kelsey is really hindering that offense. He's really showing his age. I think that they really need to find a better option than him. You see it when he's on the field. He can't block anymore. He gets mauled over. Look at the run plays that he has to block for. I guarantee 80% of the time he ends up on his ass. I've seen it. He's detrimental to that offense right now.
Kelsey. Yeah.
Yes.
You can see, the things that made him a little bit quicker, a little bit, it'd be, but he's like Gronk. He's not like Gronk because Gronk could always throw his body into
Gronk
things.
could block. Gronk would put you on your ass.
To me, Kelsey is much closer to Tony Gonzalez.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
And Tony never blocked well either. He tried, but they're both basketball players. They had shiftiness. But I think the beatings over the years that Tony never took are now catching. You could see just if he wanted to move just a pinch fast to the left, it's a pinch slow now. It's watching a running back that had multiple guys lined up on his back over the years, and those hamstrings won't react the same way. It's an unfortunate truth, but we've arrived there.
Yeah. Yep. He should really, in all honesty, he stuck around 1 year too long. Should have retired last year. Last year was he was done. You've seen it slowly decline last year, but this year you're really seeing it. Really seeing it. So next, let's see here. Oh, sorry, my thing took a let's see here. We got Kansas. Okay, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Chicago Bears. Pittsburgh's at +2.5. Over under is 45.5. Pittsburgh's at +124. Bears are at -148. Listen, Bears are playing much, much better football lately. That seems like Caleb is starting to grasp that offense a little bit better. He's staying in that pocket a little bit longer. He's not running around like an idiot. And when he does, he's making the plays with his legs that he needs to, running for first downs. He scampered on for, what, a 30-yard run last week? So listen, the guy, as much as I bashed him his first couple years, his senior year in college, last year, listen, the guy's starting to play really, really good. The Niners have them in a couple weeks. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit scared. They're playing much, much improved football. Guys, listen, they're sitting at what, 7-2 right now?
Yeah.
7-3? Like, they're legit right now. They are legit. Steelers are playing better football, but Aaron Rodgers has that injury. That's going to hinder a little bit. Now, one thing I will say about the injury, and this was brought up, I can't remember by who, but I was listening to somebody, and they were saying, quarterback for Seattle when Marshawn Lynch was there. Hasselbeck.
Hasselbeck, yeah.
Hasselbeck?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was telling the story. He's like, listen, I was the starter. Marshawn Lynch was my running back. I hurt my arm. I needed to have a cast around it. So what we did was Marshawn Lynch said, listen, this is what Aaron Rodgers did back in Cal when this happened to him, his non-throwing arm, which same thing happened with Aaron Rodgers this past week, is cast throughout the whole week, cut the cast off, soft cast during the week or for game day. And he said, listen, all we do is every run is we just hand off with the right arm. Instead of handing off with the left, Aaron Rodgers just had to train himself to hand off with the right hand then. Said, yeah, it was a little rough in the beginning, but he goes, he got the hang of it. So my point is he did it once. I think he could do it again.
Okay, that's a great point. It's a great story, too, because the whole everyone's thinking about is the injury, right? I mean, that's kind of where we sit.
And it's huge. It's huge because Aaron Rodgers is playing really, really good football right now.
Yeah. I'm leaning Chicago here. I don't really believe that Chicago's getting enough credit for what they are. 46 is not a Pittsburgh number. 46 is a Chicago number. Points scored in this game is leaning Chicago. We can say all the Aaron Rodgers stuff we want. I'm guessing he'll get hit or he'll get banged or something will happen where he's going to have to move and run with that arm, right? And we'll see. But I don't like putting my money on we'll see, right? I like a known commodity right now, as you stated, is Caleb Williams. And we've seen what he looks like without confidence. When he doesn't make a play now or when there's a mistake made, he's starting to figure it out quickly, right?
Yes.
He's expecting. So we expected when he was drafted, right? Our expectations was he was compared to Mahomes. We saw some of the stuff in college. Our expectations were high. And all of a sudden, he didn't meet our expectations. But right now, if he misses a throw by inches, he's mad at himself. He's expecting to make those throws. It's a wild transformation. I watched him versus the Giants, and I went, oh, the Giants are dead. Because he had that defensive line guessing. He jumped up and around. He made throws to the backside. And I was like, you know what? You guys are in trouble because this kid believes now.
Yeah.
Starting to believe is a dangerous drug, right? And he's taking it week in and week out. And I just believe that Pittsburgh's coming up against the team in this Chicago Bears that they don't want to in this moment at home. I'll take Chicago.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Chicago myself. I'm going to take Chicago with the 2.5. I really wouldn't be surprised to see Chicago walk out with the win here. They're a very underrated team right now. Their record shows it. And until, as much as I just said about what Aaron Rodgers could do, until I see him actually do it at 39, 40 is a whole nother story. Listen, what you do at 18 and what you do at 40 is two totally different things. Listen, I'm 50. When I was in my 30s and even when I was 40, I used to jump out of bed without stretching. Now I need to stretch before I even move my legs out of bed. So listen, your body moves a little bit different.
Good, though.
You know, body
The
moves a
sales
little
pitch was
bit
good for
different
others,
the
though. I
older
like
you
it.
get. So yeah, I'm with Jack. I'm going with
True.
the Bears here. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me if Pittsburgh did win here because it is the Pittsburgh Steelers and it is the Bears. Listen, we all have that in our head. But the fact of the matter is the Bears are playing much improved football this year. Their record shows it. They have a better record than Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh, again, their quarterback is injured. So I do like the Bears here. Let's see here. Next, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers. Vikings are getting 6. Over under is 41.5. Vikings are at plus 225. Packers are at negative 278. I mean, this is a division game. I get it. That McCarthy has to figure it out. I mean, as long as he's back there at quarterback, I cannot put any money on the Vikings. I can't. I just can't.
Yeah. And I don't, it's kind of always been his MO, right? Like at Michigan, my knock on him was, sometimes those big throws that he has to make, and they're just in big moments, he doesn't make them. And sometimes you're like, wow, that was amazing. That's where we live with JJ McCarthy, right? And he doesn't have to do anything amazing sometimes.
No, he shouldn't have to. He has a great supporting cast with Addison, Jefferson, like Hawkinson.
But it's almost, I'll compare him. It's almost like if you once upon a time, the worst pill you can give to Baker Mayfield was a pat on the back. Man, you're doing so good. Oh my God, you're the greatest. And he would just eat it up. And then he would go out and play terribly. The best thing that you could do is dog him all week. Call him garbage. He'd come out and he'd throw 800. And that was, by the way, that was a huge knock on him. Everybody was like, if you talk great about him, he knows it. But if that chip grows, he's going to get rid of it somehow. McCarthy, to me, hasn't found himself as a quarterback yet. I know he's young, and I know he had Harbaugh.
Yeah, I mean,
know
the
he's
guy
a national
doesn't
champion.
have a full year starting under him.
But I'm not seeing it all the time. I think, to me, I think him and Jackson Dart are very similar. I know that we Jackson Dart's John Elway and all this stuff now, even though he's not. But I feel like they're both very similar. Jackson Dart can look extraordinary in moments. And then in other moments, you're like, take that. It just, okay. Oh, but he's young. I get it. But we're going to have to get over this very soon. Otherwise, as the ghost that all Minnesota Viking fans. Am I frozen?
You're in and out. You're good right now. Oh, you froze up again. Froze up. Completely frozen.
Oh,
Completely frozen. There we go. There we go.
Baby, I'm in.
Not quite. Not quite.
In and
No.
out.
Nope. Nothing. All right. Anyways, guys, listen. Minnesota Vikings. Our point is we have no faith in McCarthy right now. He needs to get much improved. He is a young quarterback. We get it.
All right.
Here he is. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I think I am, but
I can hear you barely. You're starting to sound like Max Hedren again. Oh, all right. I think he's resetting. All right. So, anyways, guys, we both like Minnesota here. It sounded like the Packers here, it sounded like. We're not sold on Minnesota. Packers, I thought would be much, much better than what they are right now. Jordan Love showed that he needs to improve more. He needs to grow more. Those wide receivers need to learn to catch the ball. That defense is all right. I thought they'd be a little bit better with Micah Parsons there, but they're still young. One of the youngest teams in NFL. So yeah, I like the Packers here. I'll take the 6 points. Are you back, Jack? You there, Jack? You there? Hello? Yes? No. All right. So going with the Packers here,
that me?
6 points. Oh,
No.
yes, there you are. There you're not.
Oh, there I am.
Yes.
Oh, maybe back. This is crazy. I'm sorry.
Packers? Yes.
I apologize to Packers. Yes.
Okay. Packers, yes. All right. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars at the Arizona Cardinals. Jags are getting 2.5. Or sorry, giving 2.5. Over under is 47.5. Jags are at negative 148 money line. Arizona is at plus 124 money line. This is a game that, listen, Cardinals playing much better football with Jacoby Brissett back there under quarterback. He threw for a franchise record 47 times or something like that last week. Still, the Niners crushed them. It wasn't even close. So I do like the Jags here. But what I really, really like is I really like the over here. I love the 47.5 over. Both of these teams can score. Both defenses are kind of eh. So yeah, I like the over here and the Jags. Are you there, Jack?
Yeah, I think I am. Do
Okay.
we like what are the Jags? What are the Jags? I don't. They're I know what the animal is, so don't at me with your Jaguar comments. But I like Liam Cohen. I don't think that him and Trevor Lawrence are going to, live in the same building very long. I don't. I I think Arizona kind of wants to play. Maybe they don't have the same personnel as Houston. And Jacoby Brissett's not going to make many mistakes. So it's really up to Trevor Lawrence how long he'd like to play football in this league. I'll take the over here. Actually, I like your over bet. Yep,
Okay.
over 47.5.
All right. Jack likes the over. I like the over too. I love the over. I also like the Jags. Jack is staying away from that. Next, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Las Vegas Raiders. Browns are at plus 3.5. Over under is 36.5. Cleveland's at plus 160. Raiders are at negative 192. Listen, Raiders defense is horrible. Their offense is horrible. Everything about that team is horrible. Cleveland has a very strong defense, but unfortunately, they're not playing at home where their defense is very strong. Shedeur Sanders is getting his first start, getting his all his reps with the first team. Everybody that made a huge deal about him not getting any first team reps this past week. So much chatter about that game last week. Listen, point is, Shedeur, he had his shots last week. He didn't play very good second half. They had their shot to win that game at the end. He placed a nice pass right there in the end zone. Receiver just plainly dropped it. We'll see what he can do. My knock on him, same thing in college, same thing he did in NFL. Too many backup plays. He keeps backing up. But again, they're playing the Ravens. I think this is a game that Cleveland comes out and wins. Their defense is going to show up. Shedeur is going to play enough ball to where to generate enough offense to where I believe they win this game. There is going to be a quarterback controversy there between him and Gabriel, which there always should be. That you can't tell me that Gabriel is lights out better than Shedeur, but you can't tell me that Shedeur is lights out better than Gabriel. I think this should have been a evenly split first team reps from the beginning, but it's not. I'm not the coach there. So, anyways, I'm going to go with the Browns here. I'm going with my gut here.
I like that. You made a great point. Cleveland doesn't have a coach.
And that's all Jack has to say about this game is that Cleveland doesn't have a
Fantastic.
coach. No.
I won.
Nothing. Froze.
If a team gets
Guys, again, we're trying to work through this. Froze up, Jack, completely.
a penalty,
Yep, Jack is pinwheeling. All right, let me talk a little bit about this game. See if Jack can get
that's probably
back.
true.
There he
Am I
is.
back yet?
Yeah, you're back. All right, we're on the
So many
Cleveland
people to think
Raiders. Cleveland.
about. Well,
You're gone again. We'll give him a minute. Give him a minute. You there?
yeah, I'm here. I was just mimicking a firearm. Are we on Cleveland?
Yes, Cleveland, yes.
So here's my thought. Cleveland does not have a coach, and what I was wondering is if your coach gets coach of the year in the NFL, we don't know what these contracts look like, but if your coach gets coach of the year and you decide to fire him, does your team have to pay an NFL penalty? It's a question of mine because Stefanski has coaches of the year for which he doesn't deserve any of them. Okay. And so they're not going to get rid of them because the team will accrue a fine. They're not going to tell the average fan. They won't even tell. They'll tell ESPN, but they won't be able to use it as a talking point. My point is that Stefanski has done nothing to coach this team for 5 seasons. He's done nothing. If anybody deserves any credit for the wins for which Cleveland accrues, it's the defensive coordinator. Like you said, they're fantastic in certain spots, especially at home. Shedeur Sanders, whether he plays well or not against the bad defense, isn't going to change the fact that he's being coached by a moron. It just is. There's a certain truth. There's a skill set you need to be able to coach in the NFL. I don't believe Stefanski's an NFL coach. Pete Carroll has a Super Bowl. And although it's been a difficult season and trying for him, I think this game is a huge trap. I think everybody's going to sit there and go, oh my God, take Cleveland getting 3.5.
We're in suspense. You froze. I think that's a sign that we should take Cleveland with the 3.5 because he froze right on that, and he looks like he wants to take it. But I know he's not. I know he's probably leaning towards the Raiders.
Because Shedeur's going to win the game, and they screwed up the
Froze up again. All right. It sounded like he was going to go with the Raiders there. Raiders by 10, he said. Jack said Raiders by 10. So Jack likes the Raiders here. I like the Cleveland Browns here. I'll take the 3.5 that I'm getting and run with it. Next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Dallas Cowboys. Eagles are giving 3 points. Over under is 47.5. Eagles are at negative 175 money line. Dallas is at plus 145 money line. Guys, this is a game here that is gonna my pick is going to shock you guys. Everybody's probably thinking, oh, Greg, he's going to go with the Eagles here. There he is. You there? He's here, but he's choppy. He's looking like Max Hedren again. All right. But anyways, I said, anyways, everybody's thinking, oh, Greg's going to go with the Eagles here. He doesn't like Dallas. Every time he picks Dallas, blah, blah, blah. Listen,
yeah, I'm here.
This Eagles team. Oh, there you are. There you're not. All right. This Eagles team is not the same team that we're used to. Their offense is a bit challenging sometimes. Dallas offense, on the other hand, is showing that they could score at will currently. On their defense, now that they're getting healthy, they made a trade for Williams. They have that young linebacker that came back from injury. So I think this defense is going to start playing better than what they have been. They showed that last week. I am going to take Dallas this week. I'm going to take Dallas. I think they are going to upset the Eagles here. Eagles are going to trip up. Listen, I know Jack said that the more drama in Philly, the better they play, and you can't get any more drama than what is going on in Philly right now. But yeah, I like Dallas here for the upset. I really thought it would be more than plus 145 money line. It might go up at that point, but yeah, I like Dallas here. I'll take the 3 points. I even like them to win here, so I'll take the plus 145 money line. You there, Jack? He is not. Nothing from him. All right. So yeah, on that point, I like the Dallas Cowboys here. Listen, guys, with Pickens and CeeDee Lamb on the outside, they're very, very hard to cover. Very hard to cover. Let's see if we can remove him and add him back. No, nothing. All right, next we got the Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. Falcons are getting 2.5. Over under is 40.5. Falcons are at plus 114. Saints are at negative 135. Everybody's probably like, whoa, I thought the Saints were bad. Why are they getting points? Well, that's because Penix Jr. is not playing. We got Kirk Cousins. I'm just going to sign out. Thanks for dealing with this. All right, Jack is done, guys. Jack cannot be here. He keeps lagging out. So no big deal, guys. No big deal. We'll just make me big here. There we go. All right, guys. Yeah, I don't like being too big. We'll go back to the way it was. All right. So we got the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take the Falcons here. Even with the Kirk Cousins-led team, I think they're still better than a New Orleans Saints team. I think with Cousins getting that game under his belt last week, he'll come out a little bit fresher this week. And it is the Saints, guys. They're not very good. Not that the Falcons are, but they have better weapons than the Saints. I'll take the Falcons getting 2.5. Next, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the LA Rams. Bucks are still beat up. Not a lot of people on that offense. They still the running backs hurt, wide receivers hurt, linemen hurt. You name it, they're hurt on Tampa Bay. On that, I am taking the Rams here. The Rams are playing like one of the best teams in the NFL. I don't think we really need to talk too much about it. I'll take the Rams. Next, we got Monday Night Football. We got the Carolina Panthers, who is playing much, much improved football at the San Francisco 49ers. My team, super, super excited for this game. This is a revenge game for McCaffrey, who was drafted by the Panthers. But anyways, not really, guys. This is really not a revenge game. I'm just trying to make it up to be something that is really not. Let's see here if we got anything. No, nothing. I thought maybe we got a pick by Jack. We do not, though. 7.5 is a lot here, guys. I am not touching this 7.5. I'm just taking the money line. I think the Niners win straight out. Listen, Carolina's playing much, much better football. They're playing better football at home than they are away. Even Carolina's flying across country to the West Coast. I'm still not touching the 7.5. That definitely is going to go down before Monday night. So I would wait on that. That should be more like a 7-point game, 6.5. But I will take the Niners on the money line. Real quick, what I want to talk about with these Niners, Brandon Ayuk. I got a little bone to pick with you. Brandon Ayuk, are you freaking kidding me? No team meetings. You don't return any no phone calls, nothing. Like you guaranteed all this money playing for one of the greatest franchises in NFL history. And you're acting like a little fucking baby. Acting like a little baby right now. Like the Niners, in case anybody doesn't know, Brandon Ayuk hurt his knee last year. Been in rehab, pretty bad knee injury. Should have been back at practice already. Is not back at practice yet. He is currently throwing a hissy fit. He is not showing up at any team meetings, not returning any calls, nothing like that. Pretty much gave up on the 49ers. So therefore, we have voided all his bonuses, all his money that he was supposed to get. We have voided that for void of contract. He is now holding up his end of the contract. For all you guys that don't know, he signed a 4-year deal, $120-something million contract last year with us, and is currently not playing. Currently does not seem like he wants to be a 49er. I got news for you, buddy. People that act like this, that act like little babies, that doesn't want to do their job, they don't make $120-something million again. They don't. You are not going to make that money. No one is going to sign you to that large of a contract again. You'll be lucky to make 14 mil a year. You'll be lucky to make next year. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. The Niners are just going to straight out release him. No trading him, nothing. Just going to release him, they're talking about. This is a guy that should easily fetch a first-round pick. He is a stud wide receiver when he's healthy. But you're immature. Dude, I had an abscess tooth this whole week. I didn't miss a fucking day of work. I went in, I did my job. We all have a job to do. Some of us get paid $18 an hour. Some of us make $1 million a game. You know what? For you to make $1 million a game, do your fucking job. Oh man, I'm so worked up over this because I really liked Brandon Ayuk. I really did. I thought he was going to end up being a great wide receiver for us. Those catches he was making, I want somebody that wants to be part of a team. I don't want somebody that's going to sit at home and sulk and take everything off of social media and, oh, I don't want to be a 49er anymore and boo freaking me and I'm going to sit here and cry. No one cares. No one feels sorry for you. No one. His post. I want all the smoke. You don't want no smoke. You know who wants smoke? People like Justin Jefferson, people that go out and play the damn game. You're not playing. You don't want no smoke. What you want a paycheck for doing nothing. That's what you want. Anyways, guys, that is my rant about about Brandon Ayuk. That is my rant. I won't go any further. I don't want toxic people on my team. I just don't. I want people that come in, bring their work pail to lunch, bring their lunchbox to lunch, and works. Brings their lunchbox to lunch, brings their lunchbox to work. I want them to work. I want them to be available. or at least try to be available, or at least work to get there. Communication, something. Guys, listen, my knee's still not right. I can't do this. You're not even telling them that. You're just not doing nothing. You're not even sitting in your team meetings. Yeah, I'm done with him. I am fine if the Niners release him. Hopefully we can void every year off his contract and not have to pay him anything. And good luck to the next team that signs him. I know there's rumors Steelers are interested in signing him. Good fucking luck. Him and freaking Metcalf on the same team, talk about a headache. No freaking way would I want those two on the same team. Listen, talent alone, yeah. Heads, when you really dissect it, like personalities, head cases, no way. Metcalf is a head case to begin with. We all learned. Our Ayuk, he's a head case. Immature head case. So, but anyways, guys, yeah, I do like the Niners here, but not by 7.5. I will take the money line, and I will wait to see if that line drops a little bit. But I do like the Niners to win this game outright. Yeah, I think that's all we have to talk about this week, guys. Wish we had Jack here a little bit longer. Hopefully he'll get his internet settled. And then we will be back next week, guys. As always, guys, we greatly appreciate you guys showing up. Every week, we love doing this. We love talking sports. We love seeing you guys' questions on there, the interaction we're getting. So yeah, we greatly appreciate it. Keep watching the videos. Make sure you're watching the other videos. I got gaming videos over there. I got card rip videos over there. We got fantasy football videos. We got 49ers videos. We got a little bit of everything over on OldGamerGK Entertainment. So jump over to OldGamerGK over on YouTube. Check it out over there. Subscribe, like the videos. And as always, guys, be excellent to each other.